podcast. We are back again with another athlete, Nicholas Reyes from the
JT6.
JT6. I fucked it up already.
You did fuck it up already. Cut. Take 7.
There we go. Take 7. Here we go. But we have another athlete here. We are super excited to have him on. And with the country being shut down on air forces all over the place, we got weather balloons being shot out of the sky, 3 or 4 out of this total. We could find time to do this interview with Nick. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Mike and Aaron. It's really great to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So you have been tuned up to face off with Mr. Gregg King, who is a veteran, and you actually competed on the card before. How excited are you to have him as an opponent, and obviously to be on the Ace JiuJiTsu card? This is exciting.
I'm very excited. I haven't really competed against him. Just recently got my black belt last year, and right now just trying to get more matches, and just really happy to be part of the Ace JiuJiTsu Pro and be part of the card, definitely.
Unfortunately, Gregg King couldn't be here. He's somewhere stuck on the 401 currently. But if he was here, what would you say to him if he was on this call with us right now?
No, I'm just say thank you for accepting the match. I got invited, and I think the name Gregg King was proposed. I'm like, yeah, definitely. I think we're almost the same build, lightweight division, so definitely a good match. I know he's been competing a lot in the black belt level, so I'm just excited to be part of the card,
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a very interesting card and an exciting card because it's the first female Copa, which is the actual main event, which is awesome. So you guys are being slated in somewhere in the actual middle of the card, which we're excited to see. When you kind of look at obviously the style, obviously, and it is an IBJJF rule set, you got 6 minutes to work. How do you feel about going into the match? Obviously, this is you got to win on points, you got to win on submission only. Like, what's your kind of game plan moving forward?
I would say game plan. I've competed with like different like IBJF tournaments, so I'm very familiar with the rule set. But going in this super fight, I would just say I'll just stick with my game and really try to be aggressive and like try to get my game going, and yeah, hope for the best, So I'm very excited. I try to really improve on my training in terms of having different training partners, visiting other gyms as well. So I think it's going to be a great fight.
Is there anything that you've changed, I guess, preparation wise, like for a super fight, like, or for a card like this versus like competing at like an IBJJF event?
Not particular like with this super fight. I would just train regularly, training almost every day, I would say, and just trying to have almost same build as when you train with like a comp class. I would say try to match in terms of height, weight, pretty much weight wise. So to really have like your timing, even your technique, really like fine tuned. So I think that definitely helps in my training, and just trying to train with really good people. Just grateful to have a lot of really great training partners. So I would say that's it. Yeah.
So when you kind of look at obviously like, working at an academy, obviously new baby at home, things have kind of like been thrown out of whack of your normal training schedule more than anything. How have you kind of made the adjustments, obviously going into, like we always look at like, yeah, it's just a match, it's just a super fight. But again, we're competitors, we want to win. So the essence of you, wanting to win this match, how have you kind of changed your programming, or just kind of change your approach moving forward? Obviously, on how you would have trained, obviously prior to your life being a little bit different.
Right. When the baby came, it was very tough, I would say. But my wife, who also trains, Rachel, she's a purple belt, and she's really helping me in terms of my training schedule. Even sometimes when we roll, like we would pass the baby. Okay, I'll get one roll and then switch, back and forth. So that definitely helps. If you have a partner that trains, definitely like you can still like train regularly, but of course you have to be smart in terms of scheduling So I would also train in the mornings with my class when I teach. So I use that also as a training schedule, part of my comp training. Also, I just came back from the Europeans, so I competed there. So seeing like the different levels, so you get really inspired on how the matches are played, and also seeing the level. But I would say even with the baby, I was still able to adjust. So I think with the jiu-jitsu mindset, that you're able to adjust with the schedule, with what you have, like you just try to really find ways to figure it out and really try to be successful, So
Okay, so I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and I want you to cut your WWE promo, because here's the thing. We get all these guys coming on here like, oh, I respect my opponent so much, I don't want to say
WWE.
Aaron doesn't respect anybody. So
no,
he just wants
I
you to...
do, right? But
what you gonna do, brother, when Aaron the
So-
Ginger comes after you?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Like I want to hear the 30-second Nicholas Reyes promo that we can cut and put into this whole clip, so that way we can build this event up, because we gotta pump some sales.
Oh my goodness.
Ticket sales. Okay. So 30 seconds. Here we
30
go.
seconds. I don't know what to say, actually.
Here we go.
But,
It's Gregg King, and there's a lot of shit to say about him. All right. 3, 2, 1.
We've said most of it.
Oh my goodness. 30. I don't know. Like, I'll just Gregg King. I'll see you on the card, and it's gonna be a great fight. So
we'll see him on the card unless he's late on the 401. He should probably take the 407 that day. If he took the 407 today, he would have been on this podcast with us.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know, Aaron. It's like I'm not that kind of that I pump myself to, like, okay, I just try to go in there and just do my best. And I think that when I changed that mindset, before I would change, like, okay, I pump myself, okay, this is a big tournament, and it just messes up mentally, So, and I see some really, really like high level people that they just try to go to a tournament and just, like going in, like, they've done the work. So now just trying to execute. So I think I like that mindset in terms of going in, and you get to focus more when you compete with really, really good guys. So, and that's definitely something I've been working on, the mental aspect, and just excited, So yeah.
It's just another day at the office. That's all it is.
Yeah, definitely. But it's really great to be part of this Ace JiuJiTsu Pro for the community and for athletes here in Canada.
What are your thoughts on what Fernando's doing with Ace JiuJiTsu Pro, and maybe what are some things that you would like to see to maybe take professional jiu-jitsu in Canada, in Ontario, and in Canada to the next level?
I would say it's such a good tournament that you guys get to highlight a lot of athletes who compete at the same time, like here locally. And we have a lot of talent here in Canada, like from West Coast to East Coast. And seeing this movement of like tournaments and this one-day events, super fights, the Copa or Grand Prix setup, I think it's a very, very positive thing for the community, regardless of like their other tournaments. But I think what you guys are doing is very professional. Even like this like presser and just highlighting different athletes. It's a big move, I would say. So the more we have events like this and support from the community, it's just a positive impact. And seeing like the first one for the main event, it's the Copa for the women's group. So I'm very excited because my teammate Jacinta is also competing. She trains at JT6 and teaches there as well. So just so excited to see her back competing here. So definitely.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask you about that, because she's kind of making her return after like
Yes.
a 5-year layoff, right? I mean, like between COVID and everything else, is just like, it's great to see that she's going to be back on the card and back and competing. I think we all expect, again, I'm not trying to put pressure on her or anything like that. I think she's expecting herself to have a really good showing as well, and she's looking forward to having that event as well.
She's good. She's such a good training partner. And you know the Nguyen siblings, they're very, very talented. Judo, jiu-jitsu. So just grateful to have her as a training partner as well. So I'm just excited for like, you know, to showcase again her skills on this card, definitely.
Are there any other matches that are on the card that you're kind of like excited to see as a
I've
spectator?
I've seen some Nogi guys.
Hmm.
There's that 10 Planet Mika.
Yeah,
Mika's competing as
Macau.
well.
Yep.
And some of the Ouroboros guy, Palestinian, I think, BJJ. I think
Yep.
he's in the card as well. Yeah. So there's some really good athletes I've seen like up and coming. And of course, I'm very excited with the women's one, definitely. And there's a lot of talent that you know, from different teams that now are being invited to showcase their jiu-jitsu. So yeah, I'm just excited with the whole card, definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of high talent, especially like when you look at like the brown belt and the black belt division, people
Exactly.
that they put on. So I think we have another no-gi match that we have is Ryan Mech versus
Yes,
Amar. That's going to be a
that's
great
a good one too.
match. There's a lot. They just announced a couple other ones today. I'm gonna have to like review, see kind of see what Jeff's
Are we
and
allowed to
Fernando.
release those right now?
They've released one. I can't really release the other one, so I don't really want to talk about it. But and again, I get it with like scheduling with the different individuals. I know like Kieran was supposed to be on the card. Unfortunately,
Exactly.
he had to come off the card because he's actually competing at who's number one on the 25th
Exactly. Yeah.
on with the Gordon Ryan card. So that should be exciting. So again, it's good for a talent like Kieran, who not saying he's used Ace Jiu-Jitsu, but like we had him on the card, which is great. So it's
Exactly.
showing Ace Jiu-Jitsu as far as like Canadian athletes, and that we can still put on these events with these high level talents.
Right. No, definitely.
So, anyways, no. So as far as kind of like next steps, obviously after the card is over, what's going on with Nicholas? Like, what do we have planned for?
For Nicholas, I love teaching. I love teaching and helping our students here at the gym. And we're preparing for PANS. We're going to PANS and of course World's Masters. And there's a few tournaments that we're planning for the whole year, trying to really focus on those big tournaments. The Ontario Open as well. So I try to compete. I'm in Masters division, but I try to compete adults and Masters back and forth, depending on the camp. But
Mhm.
so World's Masters definitely is the goal this year.
Try to
So
make that a goal for Aaron to go out there one
yeah,
day.
we should go.
We should all go, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
You should go fight Sanji finally.
Yeah, like I'm always curious why you're always trying to like wish me harm. So I don't understand this, but like, so when you like, and that's awesome that you guys got great plans for the academy. So like when you look at like obviously trying to coach a whole team, trying to make sure that they find success in their tournaments, and then obviously make sure you're getting enough training for yourself to be
Right.
successful. Like, how are you finding the balance, or like, have you figured out a way to like, work with your fellow instructors to make sure that you're getting the same amount of training for yourself as well as the students?
No, definitely. In our gym, we have around 7 or 8 instructors, leading by Alessandro, Professor Alessandro Chichi. So he's such a good head instructor who helps us in our training, especially for those competing. So we do have regular competition training in the weekends. So how we do it, like I do most of the beginner classes, the basic classes, but the comp trainings are led by Professor Alessandro. So all those competing, so we have a certain like schedule that, okay, if you're competing, try to be in this schedule because it's a hard training.
Mhm.
Even like people who don't compete, you know, but if they want to level up their jiu-jitsu, we do have that training. And a lot of people from different gyms also visit our studio or a gym. So it's really, really great to have different styles as well, you know. So maybe you guys can visit our gym one day.
Yeah,
So
no,
Definitely.
that'd be cool.
definitely.
No, definitely. It's been on the list.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have to come out there. I've been meaning to make my way out there. It's just like
Yeah,
trying to like anything with 2 kids, and then you got the one, it's like ugh, all over the place.
Also, Aaron's trying to wait for gas to get under $1 so he can actually leave his house.
That is true, and that is true.
He doesn't travel anywhere when gas is above $1.50.
No, as I was telling on a chat line, I don't pass basically anywhere past Yonge Street, right? So past Yonge Street is hard. Anything past before then, I'm good to go.
Perfect. So we're in Midtown, so you don't have to go all the way
Midtown,
downtown.
I can make it work.
Exactly.
So
you just have to wait for the gas
DVP.
prices to come down, and you're good to go.
No, you guys are always welcome anytime.
Absolutely. Well, Nicholas, it's been awesome hanging out with you today. I do appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule and your training to meet with us to talk about the event. Is there anything else you want to say, whether it's cutting a promo, talking about your sponsorships, anything like that before we sign off for the day?
No, I would say thank you to my training partners, my coaches, and everyone that helps me in the gym at JT6. And of course, my wife and all my supporters, I would say thank you. And excited for this card. And I can't wait for Sunday.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Nick, it's been a pleasure. We will see you on the mats next weekend, actually. So 10 days,
Sunday.
like 7 days from now. So
7
we're going to see
days.
you on the mats. So
Perfect.
It's going to be exciting. So we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mike, Aaron. We'll see you guys again.
All
Thank
right.
you.
See you soon.
Awesome.